First off, there is a dog somewhere nearby my street that keeps barking. It's been quiet for a little while. I'm hoping it stays quiet. Today I'm here with my September book haul. I'd say I can't believe it's now October, but to be honest, I don't feel this year's went too fast. I feel this year's went by at a reasonable pace. I'm happy with the pace life is going at. October's an exciting month for me. Let me think what happens. Today is the 2nd of October, which means it's Samantha Barks' birthday. She's my idol, I love her. If you don't know who she is, just have a quick Google search, but she's amazing. It also means I'm going to see The Bodyguard tonight with Courtney. Tomorrow I do my last shift for 2 weeks before I go on holiday. Basically it just means I'm going to spend 2 weeks doing nothing apart from reading and watching Criminal Minds because I became obsessed with that show. Next week, next Friday, I go to London. I go Friday to Monday. So that means I'm seeing Les Mis next Friday, I'm seeing Wicked on Saturday, my birthday, my 19th birthday is on the Sunday, and I come home on the Monday, which is kind of sad. Then nothing much is really happening until the 28th. That is Cameron's birthday, which means that there'll be a couple books that I've bought this month that I don't mention just because they're his birthday present, well, part of his birthday present. They're books I'm going to give him for his birthday. He probably won't watch this video, but you know, he might see it. His friends might see it and might accidentally, I don't know if I'd accidentally tell him, I don't know. I'm not showing them all. He'll want to show them probably. He'll want to do like a birthday book haul or something like that, so. Okay, where am I going? I got really excited and I don't know why. I'm thinking it's the Adina shirt. I don't know. Ooh. I bought 6 books for myself and I bought 1 book for a friend for her birthday who knows she's getting this. So I'm just going to show you. So my friend asked me to get her The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton for her birthday. I haven't sent this to her yet, which is obvious because it's in my hand. Basically, all I really know of it, and I should know more because it was Waterston's Book of the Year last year, there's a doll's house, and the doll's house, basically like things happen in the doll's house that happen in the actual house because it's a replica of the woman's house. I don't really know. But it does sound really good, and I kind of want my own copy of it, but this is for a friend. So the first book I bought in September for myself, actually that was like the last book I bought, so yeah, the first book I got in September was my first Patrick Ness book, and that is The Rest of Us Just Live Here. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard of this. It was like probably one of the most highly anticipated book releases of this year. Essentially the main character, Mikey, is not the chosen one. He's just a Joe Bloggs who gets caught up in his school getting blown up and crap like that, as you can probably tell from the front cover. So yeah, basically it'd be like if Harry Potter was told through like Cho Chang's point of view, you know, just like she isn't the chosen one, she's not the one having to go and fight Voldemort, you know, she just wants to go to school and do her evils and, you know, leave. It sounds really interesting. I'm interested. It sounds quite intriguing. I've heard a couple of people have a couple of issues with it, just something like, I think it sort of jumps to the main characters, or I can't even remember exactly what it is, but you know, a couple of people have been a bit iffy with it, but you know, overall I've heard people really enjoy it. I'm not sure I'm going to start this anytime soon just because I've got an awful lot of books currently on my shelves to be read because my mum's friend gave me 2 massive bags full of her crime novels, so there's like 50 of those plus the 200 I bought myself. Yeah, I have a 200 odd TBR. I started the year out with about 10, so whoops. The second book I bought in September was Asking for It by Louise O'Neill. It's a young adult novel, although Waterstones have it classed as an adult novel because of the content, but yet we've recently moved it. Sorry, there's a shadow outside of our house and it literally just looks like a poop with a nipple. Okay. My store's recently moved this onto a table in the teen section, and I don't know where you can find this because every store's got it in a different place. Basically, if you can't tell from the cover and the title, the book is about a girl who goes to a party and she wakes up, basically, I think she wakes up naked. Okay, it doesn't say she wakes up naked, but she wakes up She doesn't know how she got there, she doesn't know why she's in a lot of pain, and then basically it transpires that she was sexually abused, she was raped, and people at the party just videoed it and stuff. As the back says here, they're good boys really, they all just got out of hand. So it pretty much focuses on how people victim blame. They sort of, you know, say, oh, you asked for it. And they do the whole thing of letting the, what's the word? The suspects, you know, the people who really are to blame, the people who've done the crime, they, you know, it's how they get told like, oh, you know, they're really good boys and really, you know, they were out of hand, blah blah blah. And it's just sort of, it's supposed to be really good at highlighting the issues surrounding sexual abuse and how people treat victims of it. In this case it is boys doing it to girls, but obviously boys can get raped as well, so I don't know how well it touches on that, if it is more just centred on females or whatever, but you know, I've heard it's quite distressing, so I'm sort of holding out reading it until I feel I can cope with it, because I get really angry at like things like this if I don't know, just like it angers me how people can just say that a girl asked for it because of what she wore, and let's not get into that debate. But I've heard lots of good things about this and I'm excited to finally get around to it at some point. I also picked up the Waterstones Thriller of the Month for September, which has been rolled over to October as well, which is After the Crash by Michael Bussey. This was translated from French and it is about a plane crash. Basically there's like hundreds of people on this plane and every single one of them dies on the impact of the crash, apart from one 3-month-old baby girl. And basically nobody knows who it is. There's a poor family and a rich family come forward and claim the child's part of their family, but nobody can work out if she is. I'm not entirely sure why they didn't just do DNA on the relatives. Okay. I've just realised, okay. I'm not sure. I'm just basing it from what I've read on the back. I will find out why this is a problem when I read it. But basically, they don't know who she is and all this. And then it's 18 years later, the man who was a detective, what's his name? 2 decades later, on the eve of her 18th birthday, the detective who investigated the case makes a discovery that could change everything. But what actually happens is he's going to kill himself. He's sitting basically at a desk and he wants to kill himself. And he makes this discovery. And before he can tell anyone this discovery, he's killed. So it's kind of like a crime novel, like a crime mystery within a crime mystery, if that makes sense. You know, you've got this murder that they're probably going to try and solve whilst solving what he discovered. We have sold so many of this at my shop at work. I'm really excited to start reading it. I was gonna read it, I just finished, I had finished The Martian a while back, just at the very end of September, so I'm not doing a wrap up because I finished one book in September. We're not even going to talk about that. I just finished Running Girl last night by Simon Mason. It was absolutely fabulous. I was then going to pick this up, but it's kind of crimey and I didn't want to read a crime novel after a crime novel, and because it's adult fiction it's got like a really small font and I was just like, no, I'm not dealing with that just now. I ended up at Waterstones in town one day because I had a work thing to go to, and of course I end up in Waterstones and I buy books that I didn't actually realise I bought. I came home and I was showing Cameron and I was like, I bought this. So the first one I got, I liked the cover, I hate the font, and that is Tonight the Streets Are Ours by Layla Sales. The font is ugly. I'm really sorry, but that is like the worst font I've ever seen. I just think it would look nicer if it was smaller. I think in a smaller thing it would be fine. Like, it looks fine on her name, but the bigger it is, it just looks really cheap and tacky. I don't like it. A girl called Arden stumbles upon the online musings of Peter, a young New York City writer, and it feels to her she's finally found a kindred spirit. So long story short, the blog gives voice to feelings Arden has never known how to express, so she's convinced that if they met it would be, you know, like he'd understand her and they'd be like soulmates or something. And she basically takes a road trip to New York to find this guy, spends one crazy night in New York, and then she discovers Peter isn't exactly who she thought he was, and maybe she isn't exactly who she thought she was. I also at that trip done my usual buying a book for one reason and one reason only. This sticker. not just that. Not only is this book signed, the author wrote messages. So I picked up You Are Fierce. I don't know, I just like the idea of being fierce. I think the only thing I scare in life is my cat. But I realised when I bought it, I didn't even know the title of it. Like one day Cameron came in and he was like, oh, you haven't told me about Blackbird, and I'm sitting there like, what? Like I honestly had no idea what he was talking about, and it turns out it was the title of this book that I bought without actually paying attention to what it was called. I bought Blackbird by Anna Carey, and basically it's written in the second person, which I love. I think this is going to be like a psychological thriller. You know, it's all this like you this and you that, not I or he or Emma. And this girl, well, I don't actually. No, you won't know it's a girl because it says you. I was assuming it was a girl because of the cover. But basically, you wake up on some tracks, like train tracks in LA. You don't know who you are. The only thing you know is people are trying to kill you. You've got a note saying, you know, don't phone the police. There's a phone number. You've got a tattoo on your wrist of a blackbird and the code FNV02198. So I think for some sort of social experiment, but I don't know. There's also you have a fresh set of clothes and $1,000 in cash. So you know, I genuinely think it's going to be like proper psychological thrillery. I believe this is the first in a series, so that'll be exciting. The final book I bought in September was one I've had my eye on for quite a while. I saw it, it was actually in the wrong section, it was in 9 to 12, and I saw the cover, I was like, well that looks really good. And I think I looked at the font and was like, is this a 9 to 12 kids book? You don't tend to get very many hardback kids books unless it's like the David Walliams or Jacqueline Wilson or the new How to Train Your Dragon, like the big popular series. So I got Made You Up by Francesca Zappia, and it doesn't really have a synopsis. The back says she was used to crazy, she wasn't prepared for normal, and the inside's got like a passage from the book, which is like quotes and stuff, like a conversation. So let's play 20 questions. Okay, but yeah, and it's basically just them. They're saying, you know, this. I'm guessing it's a girl. So the main character is talking to someone, saying, you know, let's play 20 questions, and saying stuff like, you know, are you alive? Do you live here? Do I know you? The answer is yes to everything, and then the last thing it says is, did I make you up? So I think it's about a teenager, possibly, who has an imaginary friend or something. They possibly have some sort of like schizophrenia or a dissociative identity disorder. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I'm thinking it'll be something like that. I'm kind of hoping it is, because it'd be nice to see a book that touches on that. Those are all the books I bought in September, apart from the ones I got for Cameron. I will be filming a review of The Martian very, very soon, and also a review of Running Girl for you guys. I'm going to try and get more on track with like uploading, possibly the same day every month, but I'm not 100% sure, just because I'm not sure when I'm going to have time off work when I start helping, like doing more shifts over Christmas. I'll see you guys soon with a review. It will either be The Martian or Running Girl, one of them will come first. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!